Hello everyone, this is Dawn and welcome back to Christmas in July 2019. It is week 2 and our theme is traditional Christmas or vintage or maybe even retro. So I am so excited to see what everybody is going to be sharing this week. Of course, everyone's videos will be going up throughout the day. So definitely check them out. The links, of course, will be in the description box below. So I am so excited. Last week was such a blast. Everybody was so enthusiastic about it. Just had a really great time seeing the projects and reading the awesome comments. So let us get started with my share this week. So this was actually, I wanted to make, actually, let me rephrase. So I made these cards, a couple of these cards a couple of years ago, and I always intended to make a video of it. Well, I never got around to it, and obviously I never got the cards sent out either. So, these cards were actually inspired by Crafty Malaika here on YouTube, and I am going to, of course, leave the link to her video, which was much more detailed and extensive. It was such a gorgeous card. Mine is a much more simple version, and I actually did a very short tutorial that I will insert right after this portion. So literally the only or the main parts of this card is a file folder and then a book page that is torn, and of course I've added some distress ink and vintage photo, a journaling card, some ribbon, and then some embellishments. So here in this case I've got a snowflake, a ticket, a little tree, and some little red pearls. These snowflakes, probably a year or two ago, I have a video on it where these were just plain wood veneer. This case, I think I added some enamel, and I had different glitters that I just tried different ones on different snowflakes, and I actually still have some in my stash. So that was kind of fun to do, to jazz up the plain snowflake. If I remember, I will leave the link to that video as well. Okay, so this is the card I made in the short tutorial. Again, it's a file folder base with the book page and a journaling card. I've got some ribbon, I've got some red pearls, and then another snowflake. Really simple. I love the look of these cards. This one here is actually designer paper with a journaling card. Instead of ribbon, I've just used some twine, and at the top of that twine I also added a little bit of gold eyelash trim, a few more red pearls, and then of course some embellishments with a little tag on the bottom. And then last but not least, again, all of the same elements with a piece of holly and a small tag. And then I did add, it's still drying a little bit, some glitter glue onto Santa and all the snow dots that are around him. So I love these cards and I love the vintage feeling of them. Next, I was actually talking to Gracie Beach Bum 13 that I really like to I need inspiration, and it's kind of where I jump off from. So here I have made some small projects with book pages that are inspired by Sherry of Turquoise Dreaming, and I just saw this video this morning and I was like, oh my goodness, that is darling. And she was apologizing for her project to be so simple, and I was like, oh my goodness, I love it so much. So literally there is a book page. Okay, here is a book page. She folded it in half and she folded it in half. We rounded the corners here, and we've added some distress ink in the vintage photo. This is just a piece of ephemera that was in my box of goodies here left over. I've added a little bit of glitter glue and some little red gems. This one here, a little bit more masculine looking. I added this piece of scrap paper. I just tore the edges of it. Again, just little distressing ink. This was a deer, piece of ephemera. I just added this little gem snowflake, probably came from the Dollar Tree. And inside here, I punched out a Christmas tree and added that on the inside. This next one here, again, a little piece of pattern paper. I've rounded these two corners And then that is, again, just a little piece of ephemera that was floating around in my box of leftovers. Nothing on the inside, but you can do whatever you like. And then this one here, how many stickers do we have, all of us? So here I just wrapped a doily, added a sticker. I think this one probably came from Dollar General maybe last year. A little word sticker. And it's as simple as that. Here I did add a little piece of paper on the inside. And then the doily wraps around to the back of this. And then last but not least here, I added this little layered tree. This, I did not make this. This was in a package of, you know, it was ephemera, I guess. Losing my words. I added some gold enamel dots. Here I did go ahead and punch a hole. I used a Heidi Swap sticker hole reinforcer, and I've added some gold eyelash trim on the inside. I just simply added a word sticker in gold, and so these can be a tag or a mini card or whatever you want them to be. Sherry is also going to be posting some more ideas for book pages, so I'm really excited about that. But I saw this and I just knew immediately I wanted to make some of those. And then last but not least, I actually made these cards earlier in the year. So when I was doing a collaboration with Alicia of Call Me Crafty Owl, I had was looking at my stash. So these are some simple, 2 simple cards and a tag using the Tim Holtz paper dolls. This trees here is really just a sticker. It was a long row of evergreen trees or pine trees. I think I picked those up at Hobby Lobby. I think Joann's maybe had them too, but it was so simple to make. There's actually a process video that I did that I will leave the link in the description box below. Again, this is a paper doll right on the front. There's just patterned paper in the back, and there are some gems and a word sticker. It's that simple. This Christmas card project was actually, I was inspired by Monica Taylor, who is making black and white Christmas cards. Again, this is that sticker of that row of trees. I've layered 2 different background papers here, the little gems and a word sticker. I have not done any treatments to the inside, but I will just stamp a sentiment on the inside. And then last but not least, when I was digging through my stash, I found this little package of these little Christmas charm light bulbs, and I think it was Danny maybe from Junk Journals and More. I think it was her. I could be wrong. But I just added some of these little light bulbs right onto a paper clip just to have ready at hand. I thought that was darling when I saw it, and I was like, well, I have some of those little light bulb charms, and then I just happened to run across them when I was pulling some things out. And then this one here, I just added to one of those little bulb pins. So these guys you can have ready in your stash and ready to use them if you're making a journal or whatever you might need a little Christmas embellished paper clip for. So that is my share. I will go ahead and put the process for this simple card right here. All right, to make this very simple card, I cut this piece from a manila file folder, and the dimensions of the piece are 8.5 by 6, and then when you fold it in half, it's about 4.25 by 6 inches. So I used my border punch to cut out the decorative edge, and then I have used some vintage photo ink to distress the edges. And then I took a piece of book page and just ripped it, and then I added some vintage photo distress ink. So in the interest of time, we're going to use a tape runner and then place the book page on our card front. Right about there. And then next I'm going to use this ribbon, and I want to have the ribbon showing on the inside, so I'm going to start it Just trying to get my measurement. Okay, and I'm just going to use some Scotch tape just to glue this ribbon in place. I think I'm going to move it over here just a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this side up. Go ahead and tape it down. And then I'm just going to cut off this excess. All right, and then I've got this little journaling card that I've trimmed down. Let's add some adhesive to the back of it. All right, then we're going to bring our card back. And then I'm just going to use this snowflake right about there. And then I'm going to adhere this snowflake right here. I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac for it to be a quick grab glue. Oh, and there's a piece of foam tape on the back of this wood veneer that I don't want that extra dimension on, so I just peeled it off. I'm going to get my glue going down in there. All right, now it's going. These wood veneer snowflakes, I just added glue and tried some of my different glitters on them. And I actually did this a couple of years ago, and I still have some in my stash. Oh, that's pretty. And then I just have some little red pearls, if I can pick them up, that I'm going to add onto the top of our card. If I can actually get them off the adhesive backing. Here we go. I'm going to add these little red pearls right here. So this is a really fun, simple card. So we have the base, piece of book page, a journaling card, and then for embellishments we've got some ribbon and an embellishment. Here we used a snowflake and some pearls. Simple as that. Hello and welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that short process video. So if you are still here and watching, I would like to do another small giveaway this week. So here I have a 6x6 paper pad by Authentique, and it is the Believe collection. I think these are gorgeous traditional papers. And then I have a little package of stickers with some little Santa Clauses and Christmas trees and poinsettias. Love that word, joy. So I thought those kind of went together a little bit. And then these are something I have had in my stash. I actually found these at a thrift store, and I had duplicates of some of these. So these are actually die cuts, and I think they are absolutely gorgeous pieces. So there's a poinsettia, and is this a chrysanthemum? I'm not really sure, but I guess it's a Christmas flower. I think they are beautiful. And then last but not least is some vintage bells, and they just will pop right out. So this is the giveaway I have for this week. If you would like to be entered, just put in the comment section below. Please enter me. You must be at least 18 years of age to win, and I will pull a winner on Friday night. So thank you so very much for stopping by and watching. Definitely check out all of the participants, having a blast. Come back again next Saturday for another fun week of Christmas in July 2019. Please give us a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and until next time.